And we welcome you to this NBA Cup game with a bit more riding on the line here than usual. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Klay Thompson.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points. They haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
And the starting group for San Francisco. Harrison Barnes is out there with Paul George. Then there's Chamberlain. Then it's Ellis. And it's Alvarado in at the 1. Stolen by Ellis. That one's in, his first shot this game. Here's Murray coming off a solid outing against Miami. You know, Greg, it's been great to see the Pelicans get to the next level these past few seasons, hasn't it?
It has, and they've become one of the deeper teams in the NBA over that time. It's not just about one guy. There's talent up and down that roster.
And they double up Murray. And a wide open look for McCollum. That 3 off the mark. And San Francisco with possession. 4-point game, fresh from a win against Portland.
Yeah, and that one, their rebounding was the difference. Big disparity between the two teams.
That was a coach's dream, to get that kind of effort and intensity on the glass, and for it to pay those kinds of dividends, critical.
Here's Murray following the basket made by Wilt Chamberlain. Deflects the pass. Barnes with it. 9 points last game. Pass to Ellis. Williamson with it. Picked up by Ellis. McCollum against George. McCollum looking it over. Williamson in the post. Working on Ellis. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And as we're reaching the end of the calendar year, here's a great chance to delve into the updated power rankings. You look at the Thunder. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
Well, right now for the Warriors, they've blown away the so-called experts' opinions. People who didn't realize how high their ceiling really was.
Here's Murray. Lays it in off the breakaway.
And that's the two-way effect we talk about with Murray. What a player.
Chamberlain with a screen on Murray. Down low. And Chamberlain with the stuff.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
And hammering down the two-hand slam.
There is no way Kelly Olynyk can play him.
Now here's McCollum. And he also played a big role in their last game with Miami. Pass to Olynyk. Takes a 3. That's in, coming off the assist from McCollum.
Well, obviously, this one reason why Kelly Olynyk is out there, his ability to stretch the floor with his long-range shooting.
On the wing, Ellis. Over in the corner, Barnes. Second chance shot. The shot by Chamberlain, no good.
And typically, he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Murray against Barnes. Murray kicks to Williamson. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Alvarado. Again, the Pelicans score.
And we often talk about how powerful Williamson is. There, he shows a little finesse. You got to like that combination.
Well, deliver the
Kelly
pass
Olynyk,
your teammate can
there
do
is no way he can run with Wilt
nice.
Chamberlain.
And so
Or
it's
keep up with
Willie
him.
Green here calling timeout.
Total mismatch.
He's made the decision. He wants to
And
huddle up
I
with this
cannot
guy.
wait to see what happens once he gets matched up on Zion. That's going to be hilarious. At some point, it's going to happen.
Stage starts to wind down. Here's what the standings look like so far.
And I'll tell you what, how about the level of excitement?
There's no way Zion can guard him either.
To the NBA regular season. Can't wait to see how it finishes up.
McCollum And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And GA, what you have to admire about C.J. McCollum is he is the consummate pro.
Yeah, at this stage of his career, he's the adult in the room. And he's grown into a connector on the floor while still being that professional scorer. Your classic combo guard, C.J. McCollum can play off the ball as a shooting guard, but also can run the point at times, a valuable piece for this team.
Here's Alvarado. Hasn't made one yet. Ellis outside. Pass to Chamberlain. Shoots over Olynyk, and Chamberlain gets it to go on the assist by Ellis.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Pelicans trail by 4. Williamson outside. Murray kicks to Williamson. Pass to McCollum. Goes up from the top of the key. Rebounded by Wilt Chamberlain. Chamberlain got his 4th rebound in this one. Pelicans with the rebound. They're getting their first look of the season at the Warriors in this one.
And although they were the better team last year by overall record, this was a competitive matchup for them.
A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
And stolen by Williamson.
Bad pass by me. I got complacent. I took for granted I could throw it over to Zion.
Now here's Williamson.
Gotta come help.
Here's Olynyk. 6 to shoot. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Really left alone.
Oh, he burnt.
McCollum has a nice
man. Wilt's hand is
catch and
face.
shoot jumpers. That's a shot they want to create for him.
They have them ordinarily. 3-point shooters are great now.
He's
gotta get on him.
Pass to Chamberlain. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting.
Hilarious.
This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. And
Olynyk is one of the bigger guys that the NBA has to offer.
Seeing some shifts in the landscape of competition.
That, to me, Kevin, is what makes things both interesting and exciting. There's an intrigue to, are some of the young players in the league pushing the established stars? How deeply into the careers of the great players are we? And are we looking at the end of what has been an extraordinary run of talent? It's always incredible to watch.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Now, Alvarado. Following the three-point attempt by DeJounte Murray. Barnes finds Ellis. Here's Chamberlain. And the shot falls short this time.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
And it's Murray penetrating. Misses from close range.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Barnes can't get it to go. Pelicans trail by 4. Here's Williamson. Chamberlain with the block.
And the quickness off the floor, the insane reach. Wilt, one of the greatest shot blockers you'll ever see.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Jones is checked in. Barnes against Williamson. Clock at 6. Olynyk, a screen on Barnes. And that one's good, Williamson. Williamson's got his second basket.
As you expect, Zion getting forceful and dominant inside.
And now a developing story in the NBA. Let's now go live to Shams Charania, who is checking in with the details.
All right.
Shams,
all right, Zion.
What do you have?
Thank you, Kevin. I just received word on the news out of Phoenix and the Suns trade with the Minnesota Timberwolves. They've long known the value of veteran leadership, and that was the driving force from what I'm told about this deal for Mike Conley. He's been in the league for so long, and Conley has seen it all. Now he'll give them that court and locker room presence they felt was missing.
Thank you, Shams. Great to hear from you as always. Here's McCollum. Paul George making his last shot. Outside, Jones. Williamson against Barnes. Shoots from the corner. Wilt Chamberlain with the rebound.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
George, no good.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Williamson, the pass to McCollum. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound.
Taking a look now at some numbers for Paul George. Over the last month, he has been spectacular, putting up about 22 points per 4 rebounds and 3 assists. And you talk about defensive presence, he's the real difference maker on that end.
Yeah, he's always somewhere around the ball, finding ways to help his team by shutting down the opponents.
Brownie's checked in for Trey Murphy. And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. So San Francisco going with almost an entire new group here. Laravia's checked in. Thompson comes in for George. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Ellis. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Jose Alvarado. New Orleans has gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Williamson kicks to McCollum. And the Pelicans miss again.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
And Caldwell-Pope gets the basket.
Yeah, and knifing into the middle. Caldwell-Pope, not just a perimeter threat. Young fella can elevate.
Here's McCollum. Following the basket by Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Now, here's Thompson. He's coming off a 10-point game against Portland. Chamberlain against Olynyk. And it's Chamberlain finishing it off.
And one of the most prolific scorers you'll find. Wilt keeps finding ways to raise the bar, as evidenced by his output here tonight.
Here's Williamson. He has 6. Pass to Olynyk beyond the arc. And it's San Francisco with the rebound.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Ball with it, now defended by McCollum. Olynyk with the steal, and now McCollum running the floor all by himself, and McCollum with the slam.
And credit the hustle from McCollum there. When he sees a chance to capitalize in transition, he attacks.
Ball, the bounce pass. They double-team Chamberlain. Caldwell-Pope with a wide-open look. Good on the triple. Caldwell-Pope's got 5 now.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
McCollum kicks to Olynyk. Here's Williamson. Chamberlain with the block. And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Brown the pass to Jones. And here's McCollum for 3. A rebound by Wilt Chamberlain. Chamberlain got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
Well, they're leading in large part because of the work he's put in this quarter. This is nicely done.
Inside. And it's San Francisco with the rebound. Chamberlain got double-digit rebounds now in the game. To the inside. And Chamberlain with the stuff.
Man, this is too much. Dude is just a man with
no way to stop Chamberlain once he gets the ball in that close.
I think he get that rebound that
They've
time.
been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Small ball won't work.
And they get it, and he jams it with authority.
Now, I'll bet even they
Overplayed
didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Here's Thompson following the score by New Orleans. Pass to Chamberlain. Outside for Caldwell Pope. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Chamberlain with the block. Jones in the post. He has yet to score.
And forget about finesse. This big fella's all about the power.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Caldwell Pope pass to Chamberlain. Oh, yes, the turnaround. Chamberlain got 21 in the game.
Oh, the turnaround jumper. That was just beautiful.
Ball against McCollum. To the paint. Here's Messi. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Connects again from this.
Man, that play by Lonzo Ball. Look at this pass. Watch this pass by Lonzo to get there with like, oh, perfect pass. And Clay got the quick release. Right at the buzzer. See if I can see the clock as it happens. There we go. Nice bounce pass. Clay with the quick release. Got it off.
And he's one of the
greatest
greatest from
second
distance in NBA history.
And with that three, he's now 5th on the career list. And it's San Francisco in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. And we'll be right back after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for San Francisco.
And guys, I love the movement. Doing a great job of just getting the ball on a string, creating some opportunities.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. Caldwell Pope out there with Lonzo Ball. Then it's Thompson. Then there's Chamberlain. And it's LaRavia in at the 4 spot. Ball dishes to Chamberlain. Back to Ball. Caldwell Pope outside. Here's Chamberlain. And Chamberlain with the stuff.
And I'll tell you, the combination of agility, wingspan, and stamina, very difficult to keep Wilt from scoring off those misses.
Now, here's Rubio. Outside, Jones. From the stripe. Rebounded by Wilt Chamberlain. Chamberlain got rebound number 13 with that last one.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Out to Thompson from downtown. Good! Thompson makes it look so easy.
This guy is on the short list of the all-time great three-point shooters. Klay Thompson's stroke is flawless.
There's the screen. To the middle. It's tipped. Here's Messi. Outside, Jones. 6 to shoot. Fires for 3. Chamberlain with the rebound. Chamberlain, it's stolen by Jones. Pass to Brown. Here's Messi. No good that time.
and not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right. He stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
Thompson outside. They get it back. Chamberlain. And it's Chamberlain finishing it off.
How about the body control and just the sheer athletic prowess? Of Chamberlain on that one.
And that's life above the rim, courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And timeout called by Willie Green. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. DeJounte Murray, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Now here's Murray. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. Here's Messi, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
There's real synergy in play right now on the offensive end. The pass was right where it needed to be.
And Greg, remember, in DeJounte Murray's rookie year, he played in the Western Conference Finals.
Murray was the youngest player in that series, playing 20 minutes a game, competing against the KD Steph Warriors. How about that for a welcome to the NBA?
Murray kicks to Jones. Over to the wing. Here's the screen. 5 to shoot. And a miss there on the triple.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Nice shot by Thompson.
And talk about playing to your strengths. Getting Thompson a look from the corner, that's as bankable as almost any play you can call.
Wide open look here for Murray, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Murray's got 5 points so far. Warriors leading by 10. Ball, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Outside, Ball. Pass to LaRavia. Shot is good off the back rim and in. LaRavia's got his first bucket of the night.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And so it's San Francisco with it, and the Pelicans pick up 3 with their last shot. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. San Francisco passing it around. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Outside, Jones. Chamberlain with the block.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
Pelicans trail by 9, and with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. DeJounte Murray is not one for the fast lane. He said, I come from all that stuff, but I've done that. I'm a homebody. I'm focusing on basketball. There's a lot going on in this world, so it's about being smart. Kevin, growing up in South Seattle, he's seen it all. Back to you.
Yeah, you know, David, he counts himself fortunate to have escaped all of that. Thank you. Wasted no time on that one. LaRavia's got 5 points in the quarter.
And Ball sets up his teammates, and when they're open, quick to whip it around. One of the best ball movers in the league.
Now, here's Brown. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Back to Murray. For 3. And it's San Francisco with the rebound. Chamberlain got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. That one goes in.
I'm a fan of how Ball uses that size inside. Excellent at getting his shot off close to the basket.
Back to Murray. Stolen by Ball. And here's the fast break. Ball leading the way. Chamberlain kicks to Thompson. Yes, and a nice assist from Chamberlain. Chamberlain got 4 assists in the game.
And the three-pointers are starting to add up. That's his third of the quarter, and it brings him to 4 on the game.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. And a look now at some of the players we can expect to see in this year's dunk contest. Always one of the great events of All-Star Weekend.
It is, Kevin. You just can't take your eyes off it. The ideas those guys come up with, and then the guts it takes to pull them off, always blows me away.
And I know he'd like to make a move up in the consideration. He's got all the athleticism you hope for from a dunk contest participant.
He sure does. Lots of competition, though, in the running this year to get that big invite.
So there you go. And as it's looking, this year's dunk contest is shaping up to be a fantastic competition. We'll keep you updated on the voting.
No doubt it's going to be a good one, Kevin. We've got players on that list who'll do things that you didn't even think were possible.
Barnes, who's checked in for the Warriors. Ellis comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Here's Kolek. He's covered by Murray. From the top of the key, Kolek, no good.
Well, terrific defense. They obviously respect his ability and just want to make it tough.
And here's McCollum. 8 points for him. For 3, Murray. Wilt Chamberlain with the rebound.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
Oh, fellas, that was a vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. And so here is New Orleans. San Francisco making their last shot. And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
And here's a look at some numbers for Williamson. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. He's putting up about 20 points per game, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. And he brings it for them every game on the offensive end.
Well, I think you can tell he relishes this role, being the catalyst on the offensive end, night in and night out.
Here's Kolek. Pass to Chamberlain. It's rebounded by New Orleans. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And, you know, they played a terrific all-around game. The effort level was there as well as the production.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was hard to imagine them being much better at the offensive end. They were so efficient in almost every aspect.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by the Warriors.
Here's Kolek. Scoreless thus far. Outside, George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They double-team Chamberlain. Count it.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
This trip is his second to the free throw line in this one.
Did he lay an egg at the stripe in their previous game? Couldn't get anything to drop.
Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
Williamson with it. Guarded now by Barnes. On the wing, Jones. He's guarded by Ellis. McCollum, no good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
To the inside. Here's Chamberlain. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
But here's the problem. No one's got the strength to move Wilt off his spot, and no one has the height to challenge the shot at its point of release.
Kelly Olynyk checked in for New Orleans. Trey Murphy comes in for Herbert Jones. The Pelicans shooting a cool 28% in the second quarter.
I'd like to thank everybody that's
Murray
tuning in
outside.
right now. I hope you're enjoying the content.
It's hauled in by
If
George.
you are,
Boy,
I
a
humbly
tough
ask
go
you,
for
please
him
give me
in
a
this
like,
quarter. You can see
a
how
subscription, and hit the
desperately he wants
notification
to
bell.
get things started. He just
And check out my other
can't make a
series with
shot.
Kobe, Michael, Larry
Here's
Bird,
Kolek.
Wilt you're seeing right
Nothing on the
now.
board. Ellis
A whole
outside.
bunch of stuff, guys.
5
Thanks
on the
for hanging
clock.
out.
Back to Chamberlain.
Wilt, baseline fadeaway turn. Can't get it.
That one wide left.
And it didn't fall, but that's the
Man.
kind of shot they want their offense.
Pelicans
to
really
create.
can't get anything
You know,
going
it can be
offensively.
frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay
Wilt really
with
shut it
it.
down inside.
Williamson, the pass to Olynyk. There's another
My
block.
God.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. Here's Kolek.
Here comes Wilt.
Chamberlain down
Bounce
low.
pass, auto, the
Olynyk
post.
is covering. They grab their own
Rebound.
miss. And
Chamberlain
hit the
everywhere.
stuff.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence
Man.
on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
No reason to do so there. He was going to leave, no doubt.
If you're enjoying the content, please give me a subscription. Hit the notification
McCollum
bell
outside.
and share it.
We've
Good
got
pump fake.
123
He
left
got
in the
me with
second
pump
quarter.
fake.
Now Olynyk. He had 19 points in the win against Miami. There's Williamson with the 3. The Warriors pull it in.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint,
Man.
really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now.
They
And
got
the
this
three
team on
ball
the
is
run,
good.
man.
George has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Well, this second quarter has proven to be a turnaround. This guy looking much more
I can't wait to
comfortable
see
all of a
Zion
sudden.
match up on Wilt. That's what I want to see. I want to see him put Zion on Wilt.
Murray right side.
And I like to see Murray dictate the action like that inside.
I want to try to get
On
their
the
whole entire
foot,
front line in
forcing
foul
the
trouble.
defender into
So
a
they'll be
foul.
forced to put
It's his
Zion
first
on
trip to
Wilt
the line.
Chamberlain. They're so perimeter oriented, though. It's hard to do it.
That free throw, no good.
And Wilt's just shutting the inside down, man. They can't get nothing going on inside.
And he sinks the second.
And you know, one look at Murray's game, and you can tell he's been well coached over the course of his career. His
High pick and
awareness,
roll with Wilt.
his work ethic. This guy is just always bringing it.
Here's Kolek. Still scoreless. Oh, he's going up for the
Oh,
alley-oop
come
here.
on.
And stolen by Murray.
2K got to fix that, man.
Game clock
Go
separated
back to the
by
old
5.
way. We're just throw it up and let the players decide.
Down low.
Let the players decide, man.
Here's Olynyk. Finds the hole for the
Nice.
second time from the floor. Now 2
It
for 5.
makes the game look
And
bad
really,
when you
the
get a perfect alley-oop
improvement as a
and you miss it because you
finisher
can't
is
press a
noticeable
button
for
a
Kelly
certain way.
Olynyk.
Let the players' skill sets decide.
Here's Kolek. Barnes outside. And George kicks to Barnes. Here's
Deep fadeaway.
Chamberlain. And he got
Can't
that
hit.
one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so a pretty lopsided game
That high
for the
pick and
first
roll
half.
was hard to stop with
It's
Chamberlain,
San
though, man.
Francisco delivering.
If you drag it out
the
like about
blowout.
35
And
feet and
join
run
us
pick and
right
roll
back
with
here
Chamberlain.
after the break for the start of the second half.
Because most big men can't. Like the big men in this game can't run with him. And Olynyk's too slow, and I want to see Zion because Zion's too small or short. He's not small,
Hey
but he's
there,
short.
everybody. With the All-Star break
In
on the
comparison to
horizon,
Wilt.
let's first have a look at the players vying for a spot in the three-point contest.
Some really interesting names here. So
Wow.
many great shooters
Mitchell,
in the league.
Luka,
That
Lillard,
said,
Curry.
I know who I would
Our
pick.
guy, Paul George,
Shaq.
did it.
Chuck Shadaba says you've picked
Kyrie
the wrong
Irving.
guy, Kenny.
Switching back to that first half of
Well,
action, everything's been working for San Francisco.
So
Thanks,
they've got
everybody,
some
for hanging out with me.
firepower
Hope you're
coming
enjoying
off
it.
that
If you like the
bench, man.
content,
And not just
go ahead and give me a
complimentary
like
scores.
on the
We're
video
talking
and
about
share it with your
primary
friends and subscribe to the channel.
Which
'cause
makes this club
I'll be doing
really
this all year
difficult
long
to
and
defend
forever
for an
else.
entire game because they always have fresh people coming in.
I got some pretty cool other ideas. I was thinking about
Thank
doing
you
a John
for being
Stockton
with us.
series.
Now let's send it to Kevin
putting
Harlan
Stockton with a
for the
high pick and
second half
roll.
tip.
A high pick and roll big man in the modern era to see what it would look like. Because Stockton never had the opportunity to play with a pick and pop big man. I could step out and shoot the three-pointer. I like to see what it would be like with his
Well, we've
skill
got a
set.
second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. We're seeing a tremendous game from Wilt Chamberlain.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
That takes a level of aggression and a level of focus, and he has brought it all night thus far.
In the guard spots, it'll be Murray and McCollum. Zion Williamson is out there with Trey Murphy. And it's Olynyk in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And that's the group for Willie Green as we begin the second half. And yes, it's good.
He's just able to score from anywhere on the floor, but Barnes
Harrison
loves that high
Barnes first
percentage
point.
area.
Williamson with a screen for Murray. Left block shot on the way. A three from McCollum. Chamberlain with the
Wilt
rebound.
just shutting it down,
Sometimes
man.
you just haven't.
They don't want to challenge
This
him.
is one of those games for him.
Oh my God!
And Chamberlain with the stuff.
Well, they've won the battle of transition
Dude, he just
buckets, and
smoked
those easy
Olynyk.
points have helped them.
Let's watch that whole play develop again. And just see how he smoked Olynyk in transition right here. Olynyk actually has Steph on him, I think. Let's put the camera on Wilt. Okay. Yeah, he just smoked Olynyk. Look at that, man. He just smoked him, man. Olynyk had like a good... Dude, that's like Randy Moss in the old... Remember Randy Moss back in the day? Where a safety would be like playing off of him, and he'll just turn the speed on and just get behind the defense. God, that's amazing. That ain't easy, man. But when a guy has that much distance on you, for you to just outrun him and then overtake him by that wide margin, that's insane. That's not easy to do, man.
Build this lead.
Well, this is their pace. This is exactly how they want to play. A little fast, a little loose.
Here's Murray. The Warriors making the shot, and the shot is good. Murray's got 8 points.
And Murray looking comfortable in this offense, including understanding when to look for his.
Alvarado passes to George. Poked away.
Oh, they got me. Good steal. Tie him up. Can't get it.
Williamson against Barnes.
They got a mismatch. They got McCollum on Wilt in the corner if they want it. They're not going to it.
And here is Murray. A three from McCollum. Outside for Murray. McCollum outside.
McCollum on Wilt.
Good in the assist.
Oh, they got him that time.
Murray's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Well, that's his second.
They're going to need a lot more to get back in this game.
One in the first half, one here.
To the wing right side. Alvarado with it. Murray
Oh my! Are you serious?
Ch-
Man, get out of here with that, man. he just threw it right over. That's actually good defense, but Wilt is like fucking 7 foot forever. He just caught over Olynyk's head and just went up and just threw it. That is so Wilt. That looked just like him, don't it, though? Wow.
Chamberlain got 4 points in the quarter.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Murray outside. Over Alvarado. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
So effective from the mid-range. Can't give Murray room to get that one off.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter.
Wide open.
Launches it.
Wilt got his back, though.
Again.
Collecting yet another board.
Just
He's
dominating the
been
boards.
Everywhere. Just sensational.
Boy, excellent start to the
pushing
second
Olynyk
half.
around like
They
he
missed
ain't
just
nothing.
Once in 5 attempts.
Now here's Murray. 10 points for him. McCollum finds Murray. This one for 3. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Warriors leading by 22. Ellis outside.
Oh, here it is. Zion on Wilt.
Chamberlain.
Zion, 101.
It's rebounded
Oh,
by
good
New
defense
Orleans.
by Zion.
Williamson's got.
Let's look. This is what I was waiting for. I was waiting for this matchup. Zion on Wilt. He made him miss. How about that? Well, he can't continue, man. Wilt missed it. He just misjudged it.
6 rebounds now in the game. Greg, one of the best assets of Zion Williamson is his versatility.
And the combination of power and skill, it's obviously unique. And what I love about him is he's making better and better decisions. He's become as reliable as he is explosive. He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Now, here is George. Zion Williamson able to get his last shot to go.
Oh, man, that is first class right there. Can you believe that dunk?
I'm not sure, Greg, I can. And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. A moment now to check out some numbers for Paul George.
You guys are enjoying the stream.
And you can see the surge
Hope
in
you guys
his
are
level
having
of
fun.
confidence.
I humbly
lately.
ask that you give me a like on this.
At the true shooting percentage,
Subscribe
it's
to
been
the channel and
moving
hit the
straight up
notification
in the
bell so
past
you can be
5
right there.
games.
When I go
think
live.
he's feeling it.
And so it's Murray with it. He brings
kind
it
of a
up for
blowout
the
in this one right here.
After this one, they're off to
check out my Jordan
to take
series.
on
He
the
has a pretty good game
76ers.
today on that one.
Sets in motion a 4-game road trip for him.
Wilt right now is just
No
shutting
good
it
on
down,
that one.
man.
For San
They
Francisco,
can't get anything
they've
inside.
gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Big man
Outside,
basketball is so
George.
devastating. We have a great big man.
San
It's so
Francisco
devastating.
passing it around.
Look at this. The
They
joke.
double-team Chamberlain. And then Cam
Oh, my
goes
God.
right over Zion Williamson.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe
That was actually a
he
good
pulled
double
that
team.
one.
That was actually a good double. That was good defense. You know, they had a mismatch. Well, Wilt. I mean, Wilt's just ginormous. And they come over here in the double team. I decided to keep it. So it basically turns to a glorified triple team. Essentially left, went out to his man. Wilt got it back and still powered it down. Sheesh, man. Like a man with boys.
Out in the course of an actual game. And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And so it's New Orleans with it. San Francisco making their last shot. And out of bounds as San Francisco gains possession.
One of those nights where the wheels come off, nerves seem to be playing a factor.
Every time they get ready to go to the basket, they try to pull it back because they're afraid when Wilt shows up.
For San Francisco, they've gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third.
They don't have that Giannis Antetokounmpo type guy can get in there and
break in the action
overcome
gives
that.
us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, Commissioner Silver has been direct. The NBA is hoping for more competitive All-Star games. Now, they've said as much before, but last year's high-scoring All-Star game did precede the league's not-so-subtle move to cut down
Wilt with
foul
44,
calls
31, and
allow
4
for more
assists.
defense overall.
And God knows how many
Trying
blocks.
to get it right. Kevin?
And it couldn't be a great game without defense, so we like the direction. DA, thank you.
This team is built around Wilt Chamberlain. 3-and-D players at every position.
Alvarado with it. No scoring in this one. Chamberlain with a screen on Murray.
They play it good that time.
Inside. Back to Alvarado. No good from outside. New Orleans gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Williamson dishes to Olynyk. Pass to McCollum. 6 on the shot clock. He's looking for Olynyk and finds him.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
His production has been unbelievable, a testament to how much he cares about his craft.
Now, here is Chamberlain. He's got 44. And Chamberlain,
man, that is insane.
He's carried this team to this lead on his back, handling almost all the scoring duties.
For New Orleans, they've gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. It's deflected and stolen by Murray. Trying to get something going. That shot misses.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Alvarado passes to Barnes. Chamberlain down low. He's against Olynyk, and it's Chamberlain finishing it off.
God.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Bro. That's the play of the game right there, y'all. That is the play of the game right there. Oh, my goodness. He's just Harrison Barnes, just a little post-entry pass. Turns into a glorified triple team. Harrison couldn't even get room to cut baseline because they're just packing it in on Wilt. 3 guys. But this is, remember, this is how it was when Wilt played. Remember, go watch footage of Wilt playing. He was always surrounded by 3 guys at any given moment. He had to deal with this. This is just that looks more like a 1960 play than a Martin-era play right here. Wilt has forced these guys to start playing like the 60s over here. Look at this. Jesus Christ, man. Zion just no match. Man.
Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus. Just make the simple play.
Now here's McCollum. 11 points in the game. Murray outside. Kept alive. Puts up a 3. And that one is off.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games.
Oh, man.
They need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
Just look at McCollum, man. I'm sorry to keep pausing like this, but this is funny. Like, look at McCollum's face after this. After he takes this just come on, man. Hey, McCollum don't want no more of this, man. He don't want no more of this. Alvarado just hits it, bam. We'll just elevate it and just boom. Seriously, bro. Come on now.
They're getting beat up pretty badly out there.
And I don't care what anybody says. You can't keep the status quo. If it ain't working, you got to make some changes.
Now here's McCollum. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game. Shot clock at 6. Here's Williamson. Got it. Good job in the low post. Williamson's got 8.
Yeah, and quick and shifty there off the
Humbly ask you guys, if you give this video a like, subscribe to the channel.
Well. Williamson
check out the Michael Jordan series I got from 91,
Here's
92.
George. 7 points in the game.
Wilt Chamberlain series you're seeing right now.
Pass to Chamberlain. On the wing, Ellis.
Where we take players in the modern era, we build them around players
Barnes
from
outside.
yesteryear.
San Francisco needs to get a shot off here. Here's Chamberlain. Hits it again.
Nice.
Wow.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now.
Larry Bird, Magic Johnson,
Guys are
Kobe
looking for a
Bryant,
spark
Michael
here.
Jordan, Wilt
A
Chamberlain,
cold stretch offensively.
John
for
Stockton
sure.
coming up soon.
And here's McCollum for 3. And it's San Francisco with the rebound.
So,
Ellis outside.
and most of all, thanks for hanging out with me. Appreciate it.
George passes to Alvarado. Kicks it out to Ellis. Yes, and a nice assist from Chamberlain.
3 and D.
5 points in the game.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been
flawless.
For three, Murray. The rebound by Paul George.
Well, after hitting one triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since.
Alvarado passes to George.
I'll be time for
Back to
substitution to come up here
Alvarado.
soon.
San Francisco passing it around. Barnes looking around. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession.
And checking out the number.
All right, let's see if we can get a substitution in here. Wilt Chamberlain is gas. Now, if you guys have been following, the stipulation was in this season that Wilt's supposed to play every minute of every game. Well, we can't do that now because if you've watched recently, Wilt got injured against the Houston Rockets, and he missed 2 weeks of the season. So Wilt playing every minute of every game is no longer in because obviously that can't happen because he missed 2 weeks. But we'll play him as much as we can, but I no longer have to keep him out there anymore because he can no longer play the full game anymore. So I'm going to take him out and give Wilt a break because he's more than earned it. Jeez. Come in with Caldwell Pope. Alvarado's going to come out, and we're going to bring back in I'm gonna bring back in Kolek. I like Kolek's game. But as you see here, guys, this is what I have all around built. 3 and D players. 3 and D players and 1 extra center. That would be Steven Adams from the expansion draft. They're their overalls right here. As you can see, the second best player is Paul George. No player should be over 81 unless they get better through the season. You know how that goes on 2K. And yeah, that's Wilt's team.
For C.J. McCollum. A strong stretch of play.
I have a draft video on my channel. You guys go check out if you want to see how the team was put together.
2 rebounds. You know, you look at the numbers and you think that this is great, but we know
comments,
that he's capable
agree with
of
the picks
even
or not?
bigger production.
Be a good
the
basketball
numbers look
discussion to have,
okay,
guys.
but the eye
I love
test
that type
tells
of
us
stuff.
unequivocally he is capable of more. That is the sign of a star
Let's
right
see how
there.
they do without Wilt being in the lineup
To
now.
Williamson. Jones sets the pick for
See if
Williamson.
New Orleans can get back into the game here somewhat.
Buries it down
See,
low.
there comes Zion.
Williamson's got
Wilt
10
goes
points
out.
in the
Now
game.
Zion gets going.
And you see the decision-making.
As soon as Wilt goes out, here comes
Williamson
Zion.
Possesses. Phenomenal with the reads in terms of the defense and just taking what's available.
Now here's Thompson. He's got 12. Tries it from the top of the key. And
Well,
Adams
Steven
kicks to
Adams.
Barnes. Caldwell Pope outside.
2 minutes.
A floater. Nisi grabs the rebound. Nisi's got 5 rebounds tonight. Floats it up for
Here
Williamson.
comes. Oh!
LU jam.
And this is what we came to see, right?
So
Go ahead,
how much
Zion.
is one man
Do
worth?
your thing on the alley-oop.
Down low, Barnes. Pass to Adams. Outside for Caldwell Pope. Here's Kolek. Thompson looking for an opening. And the Warriors miss again.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out front.
Brown drives
No
in,
Wilt Chamberlain.
and they recover it.
Offensive rebound. I haven't seen that.
Williamson against Adams. A second chance effort. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you have to admire how hard
Look at Zion.
plays. It makes defenders nervous and forces
Is
them
he
to
hurt?
overcommit.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for San Francisco.
I'm in love with how they're moving the basketball all game long, and also their ability to move without the ball. That style just makes it so difficult to defend.
They've also made a concerted effort to get the ball down low. Many of their points coming in that painted area tonight.
And you know what makes Zion so much fun?
It's amazing, man,
is
when you
that
take
I
Wilt
don't think
Chamberlain
there's
out,
a
the whole
comp
middle
for him.
becomes
The
more
combination
exposed.
of power and skill, you throw in that he's a lefty, and we've never seen
I was playing
someone
with Jordan
like
earlier.
him
It wasn't like
in
that.
the league.
He hits one, then
Even though we
misses
have a
the
pretty good
second
shot
attempt from
blocker on my
the free
Team
throw.
Jordan series.
On offense, here are the
He doesn't protect
Warriors.
the basket nearly as
They're on a
effectively
17-7
as Chamberlain
run.
does.
Here's Kolek, still without a basket. Here's Barnes, releases from the wing and drills it.
Well, smart enough to know if there's going to be congestion in there when he's attacking. Barnes gets to that in-between game.
Williamson outside. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Zion has become a dominant player all of a sudden.
And, of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch
Wilt
right
Chamberlain
now.
Goes
He's
out.
in the 60s.
Zion Williamson
checked in for New Orleans.
Well, with his attacking style, Williamson
got a long way to go,
spends
though.
a lot of time at the foul line.
Here's Caldwell Pope, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. This is his
Hit the
first
wrong
chance
button.
at the
Supposed
line
to go into
tonight.
Klay Thompson on the right side.
Line for 2.
That free throw good from Caldwell Pope.
Yeah, much improved foul shooter. KCP also starting to get to the line at a higher rate.
And Caldwell Pope drops them both. Here's Murray. 10 points for him. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Right wing. 11 seconds left to play in the third. Shot clock at 5. Beats the shot clock, but can't
Guy
get
on
it to
that help
fall.
by Caldwell Pope.
And it's San Francisco up by 30.
I was waiting to help with Caldwell Pope the entire time.
A huge lead for him. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
Man, Wilt Chamberlain is just done a devastating. Look at that. It's devastating, man. That's all I can say. It's like Thanos out here, man. On basketball court.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. San Francisco shooting about 59% from the floor offensively. They've been running without a hitch. On the court right now for San Francisco, we've got Caldwell Pope. Thompson is out there with Steven Adams. And it's Mobo in at the 4. And the layup's good.
Nice
off the
move by
glass.
Pope. Clever move.
You know, Doris, I'm not sure many people take into account what a grind the NBA season is.
I couldn't agree more, Kevin. And listen, these guys have the best of what's available. They stay at top quality hotels. They have incredible professionals that take care of them. But there is no making up for lack of sleep when you've played a game at 8 o'clock at night, you leave the arena at 1, and you may arrive in your next city at 4 or 5 a.m. and tip off that night at 7. And this goes on week after week. It is not easy.
Here's Thompson. That misses off the backboard.
Little left-hand fadeaway.
You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Couldn't get it.
Here's Murray. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And 2 physical points for Murray, mixing it up down low.
Here's Kolek. Clock at 6 from 15 feet away. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Nisi's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Back to McCollum.
Got a mismatch.
Over Caldwell Pope.
They didn't go to it.
And it's San Francisco with the rebound.
That mismatch in the post, they didn't go to it.
Terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
ISO.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here.
Oh,
and
he tricked him.
Good. Kolek.
And giving up some inches inside.
That's how you
makes
take
up for it with an
That's the difference
style.
between good teams and bad
Well,
teams.
he's attacking. He's
Good teams take
forcing the
advantage of
issue, and that
mismatches,
simply
man.
stated a terrific
Whether it's on the
play.
outside or on the inside.
Now here's McCollum.
That's true of any era in NBA history.
Back to Murray.
You gotta be able to pick on people when you see them.
New Orleans needs to get off a shot. There's Brown with the 3. Thompson with the rebound. For San Francisco, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Here's Caldwell Pope. Wow, way off on that one. New Orleans has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Now here's Brown. Screen by Jones.
Good screens.
Pass to Messi. Murray kicks to Brown. Kicks it out to McCollum. Messi with the clock winding down. And a powerful one-handed slam.
If Wilt was in this game, this would be so much more closer.
And 10 rebounds.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play, the board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness. And he's able to get it back. Here's Thompson, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact.
What the heck
and he'll
was
go
that?
to the line for 2.
Yeah, the defense is always going to react to Klay Thompson. That time, the overcommitment, and he'll
Get Buddy
get to
Hield
the
out
line.
there. Give him some minutes.
2 seconds.
And I'm going to let Paul George run the point guard a little bit. Put Paul George at point guard.
He misses the free throw. Doris, why is there so much parity around the NBA now?
Yeah, Kevin, I think the new salary
Humbly
cap
ask
rules
if you're
have
doing the
certainly
content,
contributed
go ahead and
to
give me
what
a
we're
like on the
seeing
video.
in terms of that parity.
Share it with your friends.
Super teams are more difficult to
Family,
assemble.
do your enemies.
The talent is more evenly spread, and obviously
And
it
hit
has
the
made for
notification
a
bell.
greater level of competition. What could be better?
So you know when I go
Now here's
live.
McCollum. Over to the wing.
Uh-oh, got me on that
Here's
one.
Olynyk from the arc.
He missed it,
Offensive
though.
rebound. A shot by Messi, no good. And so George will bring it up for the Warriors.
Oh, look at Paul George.
Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4
Look
points.
at Paul George.
Good
Look like,
on the shot.
looking like LeBron on that
Oh,
one.
my goodness, Paul George under duress of
You watch that play again. That was sweet. Like a young LeBron James. Or a 2016 LeBron James. That's a 2000. There's the guy off the rack. Right up the middle of the court. Just bullied him to the basket. That looked just like LeBron in 2016, man. Jesus.
exceptional defense, no problem.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
The three from McCollum. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 7th assist here tonight.
That gives him his second 3 of the half with 3 total for the game.
Now, here's George. Basket counts.
Oh, George, take it
has
over.
got 4 this quarter.
What a great play. Totally schooled the defender on that one.
The future Hall of Famer.
Murray, the pass to Olynyk. Healed against McCollum. With the drive. For 3, Murray. And another 3 for New Orleans.
Oh, that's a nice looking 3.
They offense looks totally different. All right, let's get Wilt back in here, man. They
And
getting
San Francisco calls time here.
They feeling themselves
And the
too
league
much, man.
clearly focused on making
All right, y'all think y'all
regular
so
season
tough?
games matter.
Think you so big and bad?
More steps
All right.
coming.
Well, let's give the league
All right.
because they've left no stone unturned. The play-in, the in-season tournament, the 65
Think y'all
games
so
rule,
tough.
all implemented with that in mind.
Chamberlain's checked in for Steven Adams. New Orleans on D. Thompson up top. Hits the jumper in space.
The speed with which Klay Thompson gets to his shooting motion off the catch makes him as dangerous as anyone.
Williamson looking it over. Olynyk in the corner. The 3.
Go ahead.
The Warriors pull it in.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good
got Mogbo.
from here.
Here's Mobo. Whistle blows. Bucket is good.
Man, he was running hard on that
At
one.
the line to make it a 3-point play.
This guy has made
Mogbo wanted that
giant
one, boy.
strides in his playmaking. Nice setup by Buddy Hield right there.
We've heard some players, Doris, propose that refs should be fined for missed calls, especially with the game on the line. What do you think?
Kevin, I
That's his first
couldn't
3 points.
disagree more. First and foremost, the level of accountability for NBA officials is unprecedented.
Wilt with 52,
Keep in mind,
33, and
there
5.
is discipline for high-profile mistakes and mistakes of all kinds. Every single game, every single call is evaluated, and you see their progression in terms of.
Oh,
yes,
my
they'll
God,
officiate
Wilt
the
Chamberlain.
playoff sport, no, they won't.
As soon as he come in, the
You
whole
are
game
right where we
changed.
need to be.
And then Heald with the dunk.
Boy, you
Man, Zion thought he had that. Zion thought he had that like Homer Simpson had a box of donuts, man. Easy peasy. Nope. Damn. Ain't no way he can get there. Oh, yes, he can. Oh, yes, he can. Zion just knew he had that.
Got to be willing to take advantage of easy opportunities. Buddy Hield running in transition and
That's
finishes.
that weak side help.
Hawkins against George. Pass to Olynyk. And here's Hawkins. 6 to shoot. To end the run. Chamberlain with the rebound.
The whole game changed.
Warriors have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Been some solid looks for them. Back to George. San Francisco passing it around. Lets it go from 14. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Williamson's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Outside, Jones. Pass to Williamson. He's looking for Olynyk and finds him. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it.
Got it off.
San Francisco shooting about 59% from the floor offensively. They've been running without a hitch. Now Chamberlain. Olynyk is covering. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line.
I think Wilt took it personal on that last shot by Olynyk.
Wow, look at how quick he...
Yeah, I think Wilt took it personal on that last one, yo. He had a Jordan moment. Yeah, I took it personal. Damn. Holy shit. Don't even, man, look at that. That is something. That is some kind of shot with the light glaring like that. Just kind of turn it around and get a better angle. That is... that's a bad shot. Hand going through his body.
Flashes to the rim there for the finish.
So for the Pelicans, C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Jones, and it's DeJounte Murray in for Hawkins. That free throw good from Chamberlain. Well, when you talk about the NBA going global, the last 6 MVPs, Doris, as you know, all international players.
Kevin, what I love about this is the NBA wants the best players, regardless of where they come from.
Here's Wilt.
There's a time where American players
dominated
that award for years
and
years. Fact of the matter is, it's good for the game to get the baddest, best players in the world, and we've done
See how Wilt affects the game. Wilt went out.
Following the basket made by Wilt Chamberlain. Murray. The rebound by Hield. And another fast break for San Francisco. And Thompson kicks to Hield. Pass to Chamberlain. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Wow.
A moment to check out who the New Orleans Pelicans have coming up. On Saturday, they'll be matching up against Kyle Lowry and the Philadelphia 76ers.
Wilt versus Embiid coming up next.
On Monday, they'll be facing Steven Adams.
And for their matchup,
big man
with
matchup.
Phoenix, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
Wilt with 59, 34, 5.
Over Hield. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. McCollum's got 5 points now this
quarter. Look
quarter.
at this defense.
And
They got
San
75
Francisco
points,
possession.
man. They can't get any paint game. No layups.
Pass to Chamberlain. And so often, and good. There's another.
And it's 60 points again. Can't believe he's done it now 3 times.
Just bullying Zygon.
3 times. He's now tied for the 3rd most 60-point games in a single campaign. Olynyk can't hit. And here's Hield. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. From deep.
And one. I should have got an and one on that one.
Target.
That was clever by Buddy Hield. I like that. I'm surprised I got an and one on this one. He got him to jump into him. That was nice. Should have got an and one on that one, man. Refs ain't call it.
Well, Hield always has the green light from behind the arc. This guy's so efficient.
It's McCollum on the wing, covered by Hield. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
I know that was a foul. I'm sorry to keep doing this, but the plays are so cool, man. Like Wilt just comes in, not the mama. He came in, yo mama. Just like, I don't know why Buddy Hield even tried to foul. Like, just let Wilt block it, man. You know you got Wilt to back you up. You know our defensive strategy, man. Usher it to Wilt, and he'll send it back to your boy.
Is on Hield.
Team foul. At the line for your Pelicans, CJ McCollum.
And he makes the first. And some changes here for San Francisco. Ellis is checked in for Hield. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Paul George. That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Now here's Thompson. Ellis outside. Pass to Chamberlain. Rebound by Murray. Well, for New Orleans, shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively.
When you're not in rhythm with the three ball, why do you keep firing from there?
Thompson dishes to Chamberlain. And he gets
that
it to
was
go.
gorgeous.
When you allow good scores.
He did the classic Wilt Chamberlain finger roll shot. Or did he? I thought he did it. Oh, no,
Forced to get uncontested shots at the rim. No wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Here's Murray following the basket made by Wilt Chamberlain.
Go on, Wilt. Lead the break, Wilt. Go on, Wilt.
Shot from free throw range. They double-team Chamberlain. Basket good. Chamberlain got 13 points in just this quarter.
Boy, what else is new? This guy's accuracy this quarter has been phenomenal.
Ellis against McCollum. Fires the three. Nailed from three-point land. McCollum's got 21 in the game.
Yeah, McCollum is a real danger at the arc. He's an efficient long-range bomber.
Ball feeling it out a bit. Chamberlain against Olynyk. They double-team Chamberlain. 4 on the shot clock. To the middle. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Look at Marvel.
And with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for San Francisco.
Oh,
great, generous ball movement tonight.
Trying to make that score look a little bit better.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort. They got everyone involved.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
Spirited performance. You
67.
love to get this kind of win, especially on the
Oh,
road.
my God.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
That one drops for him.
69.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Now here's Murray. Pass to Olynyk. Back to Murray.
You know, the thing about this Wilt Chamberlain thing is that
And foul on the
the
shot.
guards,
He'll shoot
for Wilt
two
to be
at
as
the
dominant
free throw line.
offensively, you have to go to
Lonzo
him.
Ball picks one
Like,
up.
if you weren't to give him the
you
ball,
can
he would
count
never
on
score
Murray
like
to
this.
push the action.
See, that's what
and
makes
make
Michael
something
Jordan
happen.
so great. Like, as great as Wilt Chamberlain was, as great as Kareem was, Olajuwon, they're big. You have to give them the ball. Whereas guys like Jordan, Magic, Bird, LeBron, Kobe, they can just get the ball themselves and just take the game over. You don't have to run plays for them. That's why it's hard for me to put centers in the same category as like the most all-around, the best all-around players I've ever
free
seen.
throw, no good.
Because the fact of the matter is, you have to feed the big man for them to be dominant.
And he's good on the second.
But it's still fun to see, man.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
Chamberlain down low. Olynyk is covering. And it's Chamberlain finishing it off.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
Wow.
I gotta believe that's
last
something the
dunk,
coach
man.
talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued
That last
each
dunk was crazy.
possession.
So we see the Warriors get the win here. This one was over well before the
Look
final
how much
buzzer.
bigger he is than
Were
them, man.
looking for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Look at
And
CJ
now we'll
McCollum.
send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Paul, a great team effort defensively. So what were your points of emphasis?
You know, we do a great job of helping one another and being in gaps. And, you know, if we're going to get beat, it's going to have to be, you know, beaten by contested shots and the ball being swung. You know, so that's what we have to do. We have to sit down, guard guys, and, you know, make them play on the offensive end as a team.
Well, y'all were real disruptive tonight, man, and led to the win. Congratulations.
Good now.
Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in.
Man.
And now we present our player of the game.
Man, he just gets the ball, goes right up, bam. Those tomahawk dunks are just crazy, man. But look at what this defense did to these guys. They took 38 threes to make 11. And look at the fast break. We even killed them in the fast break game because all those outlet passes from Wilt. Excuse me, sorry about that. And then the assists. And then the rebounding was look, they had 27 defensive rebounds to our 47. You can't. But surprisingly, look at that. They actually won the offensive rebounding battle, but then they had more offensive rebounds to go around because they missed more shots. And plus, I think a lot of that came in the fourth quarter. Yeah, they got like 4 of them in the fourth quarter when Wilt sat down in the third quarter. That's when they got those. So, but man, you just see it like, you know, they had their opportunities. It's just you have to come up with something more than just shooting 3-pointers. You know, maybe you don't go all the way to the basket, but try to get something going at the mid-range. Set screens for guys. Again, remember Rip Hamilton from the Detroit Pistons? You know, they would set screens for Wilt to get mid-range jump shots. You don't have to always either be a 3-pointer or a layup. Yeah, you know, there are going to be times where you can't get to the basket. You need to have something else to rely on other than just a 3-point shot. And that's why you get the blowouts, especially when the other team is coming down getting consistent twos. So let's take a look at the shot, man. Nobody really played well. Look at that. Look at McCollum, 7 for 20. My God, man. Somebody called the Red Cross. Just 7 for 19 for man. They just Zion. He 50%, but he ain't taking enough shots. He pretty much was rendered useless. I think Wilt all rebounded their whole entire team. Wilt with 71 points, 37 rebounds, 5 assists, and 7 blocks. 33 for 43 from the field. All of it in the paint, obviously. 6 offensive rebounds. 17 dunks. That is insane. Let's go take a look at the shot chart on Wilt. I believe this is it. No, this is it right here. Man, look at Wilt's shot chart. First quarter, 21 points, 11 rebounds. Second quarter, 11 points and 15 rebounds. Third quarter, 20 points and 6 rebounds. Fourth quarter, 19 points and 5 rebounds. This dude has quarters like people have games. Like that's what certain guys average in the NBA, man. Like 21, 11. Those are Tim Duncan. Listen, the first quarter, those are like Tim Duncan numbers. You know, Tim Duncan in like freaking, you know, like 2005-ish, 2004-ish. Those are Tim Duncan numbers, man. Oh, man. Let's take a look at Wilt's highlight reel. Man, look at that one. We got a lot of pick and roll in this game. I usually don't like to use pick and roll Wilt too much because it's easy to play him for the roll, but I decided to bring it out high and get him moving. I never thought to use it out usually when I run a pick and roll I run at the 3-point line. I never thought to bring it out extend it beyond the 3-point line. And we did a lot of that with Wilt today. You can see it right there. He's getting a lot of rim runs. So that's going to be a thing as we go forward in the season. I'll start doing that with him. Because I never really thought to maybe I should just go because it's hard to run pick and roll with Wilt because you don't have to worry about the 3-point shot with Wilt. So it's just playing for the roll. So it's hard to get that off with him. But if you extend it out, and then now you can let him use his foot speed on slower big guys or smaller big guys. Now you got an opportunity for it to open up. So I'll start doing that more with him as the season goes on. But yeah, that wraps up the game. What a performance by Team Chamberlain. Total domination on both sides. They out everything them. So who's coming up next? Oh, Dallas Mavericks are up next. Anthony Davis. So it will be Anthony Davis and their boys in Gafford. They did a pretty good job on Chamberlain last time, but they lost the game. It's pretty interesting. Kyrie Irving, he'll be able to get his points, I'm sure. We'll see how he does. It'll be interesting. But yeah, let's take a quick look. Let's take a quick look at the standings out here out west. San Francisco Warriors are 25-5. Nuggets are 23-10. Golden State Warriors are 21-11. The Spurs are 19-10. Timberwolves are 20-13. LeBron's Lakers are 19-13. The Mavs are 19-13. And OKC 19-13. Now keep in mind OKC is down low because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander got hurt earlier in the season, so I think that's why they've been struggling. But they're coming on strong now. As the season goes on, they'll probably move up. They will. Let's be honest, they will move up. They get Shai back. They'll move up. I suspect that they will. And let's take a quick look here at the season stats on the league leaders. Wilt averaging 51 and 39 and 7 assists, 1 steal, and about just under 8 blocks a game, shooting 65% for the field, tops in the NBA. Absolutely insane. 39 rebounds, 51 points. This is pretty much what he did back in 1962, though. These are pretty much the numbers he had in 62. So, Gilgeous-Alexander right there with 34 points. Edwards at 32. Doncic was 31. Brunson 31. Curry is day with a bruised hip, but he's still putting up 30 a night. LeBron, 29 points. Booker, and then Trae Young. Those are your top scorers in the NBA in this particular universe, the Wilt Chamberlain universe in the modern NBA. But with that being said, guys, I thank you for hanging out with me. If you enjoy the content, please, I humbly ask you to go ahead and give the video a like and share it with your friends, your family, and yeah, a few of your enemies. And hit the notification bell so you know when I go live, because you know me, you know what I got cooked up next? I've been talking about doing a John Stockton stream. I want to do a John Stockton series, but I want to put John with another great all-time big man who can. I think the one that you want to do it has to be Nowitzki. What would it look like with John Stockton and Dirk Nowitzki with a team built around them? Now, of course, I would use different rules because usually when I do that, I always make the second best player 85 overall for that one because it would be Nowitzki and Stockton. I would probably have every player on that team then maybe a 75 and under because they're going to be great. It'll be too much. So I want to make it a challenge. So, but anyway, that's just something that's just the idea I got cooked up of doing a John Stockton Nowitzki series just to see what it would be like in the modern era with John Stockton. Because I consider John Stockton to be the greatest pick and roll player of all time. I think he's the greatest pick and roll point guard I've ever seen. But he never had the advantage of today's spacing, let alone today's shooters, particularly with big men. So, but with that being said, guys, I appreciate you. And like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next stream. Might be a Wilt, might be a Larry, might be a Magic, might be something else, some Far Cry or whatever, but it's going to be something. And I will see you guys for it. And thanks for hanging out with me. Peace out.